Hi everyone, I'm Melly from Letzte Generation or Last Generation in Germany, and I will do a short video explaining how we set up our regional mobilization teams in Germany. And I will start with just a short introduction of how we did it at the very beginning of our campaign, and then we'll go more in detail into how we are doing it now. So during the first phase, we only had one talk organizer, which was me, and I contacted all people in cities which we knew from our activities for Letzte Generation, and I organized the talks together with them. So in some cities, they're very active and they did most of the work by their own, but in some cities, I also had to book the rooms and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it was really important to have at least one active person there, because otherwise you're not able to do any mobilization, and the talks, were there were not so many people, so that's very important. To have at least one person who will distribute flyers and posters and stuff like that. And we had only two talkers who made a tour through the whole country, and which were Leah and Henning. So they already had some, or were quite popular, at least within the climate movement, but they also were known in other parts of the society because of the hunger strike that they did before. So that was quite good for the mobilization to use, get people into the talks. And we had a central rebel ringing team. So the talkers collected the contact details from the people who came to the talk at the end of the talk, and they sent it to into the rebel ringing group, and they called them then and invited them to the follow-up meeting or to the trainings and stuff like that. And during the second phase, we separated the country into 4 regions, like Northeast, South, and West. And we had a group of talkers in each region and also a group of organizers. Who organized the talks and gave the talks. And we had we still had a central rebel ringing team. So it went the same process. Like the talkers collected the details from the people who came to the talk and sent it into the group, and so the rebel ringers called them. And now during the third and fourth mobilization phase, we still have the 4 regions, but we have one coordinating person per region. And under these regions, we have mobilization teams. And we changed it a bit lately because we had a call with the UK and we used some ideas from there. But how we're doing it now is that we have some roles. So we try to have 2 coordinators per team, if that's possible, and 1 rebel ringing person, so it's not central anymore. We have 1 market, so like the person is responsible for ordering all the material and stuff like that, 1 onboarding person, and 1 caretaker. And the roles can also be done by 2 or 3 people altogether, but we are saying that in the best case, 1 person has 1 role. So we try to empower the coordinators to include new people by giving them a small role. Like that. And we also try to have 1 team per city, but in some cases, there's 1 team who is responsible for more cities. It goes better when there is 1 team per city, we discovered. And each week, the region coordinator has a call with each of his or her mobilization teams to talk about their cities or their city, and about how all the flyer and poster distributing and stuff like that is going. And they go really into the details. So that's a weekly meeting, which is very important, I think. And the rebel ringing is, as I said, it's not central anymore. So we have 1 central skill rebel who gives the skill shares and doing the onboarding for new people who want to do the rebel ringing. But we have 1 rebel ringer per mobilization team. And we have a role we just in introduced was that we have one region rebel ringing coordinator. So like 4 in whole Germany, 1 for North, East, South, and West. And their task or their responsibility is to have an overview if all of the contacts within these regions are called. Like, so they go into our system and look at their lists each day and just have a look if there are some contacts which haven't been called for a few days. And they will find, or they would go contact the responsible rebel ringers and like try to divide or try to find a person who will call them, or they will call them by themselves. Yeah, I think that's very important to make sure that all of the contacts which we made to come to the talk and to give their details, that they are also called and that they are not forgotten because of some cases. And yeah, like then we have also two other skill rabbits, like 1 for talks and 1 for trainings, and they are also just giving skill shares and onboardings for new people. And yeah, like, but the talks and trainings are organized within the mobilization team. So we just have the central role of skill rebel, onboarding new people, but the regions or mobilization teams are responsible for organizing the trainings and finding a talker or a trainer. And then we have 2 mobilization coordinators for whole Germany, which are currently handing in me, and like we are coordinating all the other roles within the mobilization. We just so we are directly in contact with all the skill rebels and the regional coordinators, and we have weekly meetings where we talk about the whole mobilization, and that's also the way to distribute information into the whole mobilization teams. And maybe that's a bit off topic, but just a few words how the rebel ringers are working. We have a CRM system, like a customer relationship management system, where all the new contacts are created. And yeah, like it's a half automation. So in Germany, it's the people in the talks are more willing to give their details if they write them on a piece of paper, and they are not willing to give them on a laptop or on an online. So that's why we use more papers within the talks. So in this case, the details are put into the system by the talkers or rebel ringers by themselves. But we have also the option, especially after the online talks, to give your details online, and they are automatically put into this CRM system. So the rebel ringers have an overview of all of their contacts and also in which statuses they are. So they see, yeah, if it's if they have to call them for the first time, or if they have to invite them for a training and stuff like that. And some to-dos are created automatically for them. So if a new contact is created in the system, a to-do is created automatically for the responsible rebel ringer, so they know, okay, I have to do the first call. And within this to-do, there are also like the keywords of what they should ask or what they should, yeah, like talk about in the first call.